have Sandhya Rajesh, who's aspiring her engineering graduation from College of Engineering, Talasheti. She's having an ardent attitude towards research and is an active member of IEDC Creative Content Writing. With plants and gardening, she'll be presenting on ensuring food safety and quality through technology. So now it's over to you, Sandra.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Sandra.
Yes, Santa.
Okay. So, a very warm good morning to the respected dignitaries and my dear fellow students. So, today I would be presenting on the topic that is very essential in our daily life. So, let's start. Is it visible, the slide?
Yes, Sandra, it's visible.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, I hope you have seen the movie called How Old Are You by Roshan and Rose. In this movie, so the film is about food safety. So telling the story of poisonous chemicals that is used in the food and how we can consume fruits and vegetables. And of course, since it is such a relevant topic, the film had earned a lot of popularity and it has a big super hit. So it has, as the picture is showing, it has shown the terrace farming and how we can grow organic food. That is our daily food that we. So we hope about this. It's ensuring food security and quality.
Sandra, your audio is breaking.
Okay. So the topic is ensuring food security and quality through technology. Our vision for food security. We all know that we need to live and to grow and to stay healthy. So basically, what is food security? Is audio clear?
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
clear.
Is providing sufficient, safe, and nutritious food to all people. Food is as essential for living as the air is for breathing. So, food security combines with the all these three things, that is security, sovereignty, and safety. Security means that ensuring all people across the world have access, and safety is that they are the food is safety. That food safety is the main thing. That is the can make choice that what food they comes, where the food comes, and all. Now, the four aspects of food security are availability, access, stability, utilization. So availability is the food has to be available. We know that our natural resources are getting destroyed. So we need food to grow. Our global warming is happening so that we don't have enough food for the rising population. We have to healthy, then we have people, whether rich or poor, staying there for even tomorrow. Then the utilization. So next is a small thing. It is about 6 points that how food should be used. We have to buy the food with thought. We have to cook it with care, without adding like spicy powders or salads or artificial preservatives. Then use less wheat and meat. Since we are using meat such as beef or whatever it may be, for consuming that meat, it needs a lot of space for growing them and the food that they need and the water they need, the shelter they need. So the and if we eat them without we're eating them without what we can say a control, maybe they can introduce. So we should buy local food instead of purchasing the chemicals and fertilizers foods from Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Buy the local foods like the mangoes and jackfruit in our household. Then serve just enough. Don't overfill your plate. In birthday parties and in all that function, we have seen that people are consuming like filling their plate with everything and then just throwing it in the dump. So this is not done. Then new soil is left with the wasting. Then food security exists when all the people at all times will have physical, social, and economic access to the sufficient, safe, and nutritious food. This is when food security exists in such a situation. So next is, how does the food insecurity happens? So food insecurity happens when there is health problem or social isolation, medical or religious reasons. We don't have enough money or to buy the food that we have that we need. Next, a report by the UN says that under the World Food Program, United Nations World Food Program, which is called Silent Tsunami, it tells us that the rising food prices is a threat which is pushing more than 100 million people worldwide to hunger. We probably or eternity may not have enough food like as we have now. So that is a problem that we have to tackle. The next is the impactful ways to improve food quality. So always a freshness is a priority. Buy fresh fruits and vegetables. Then eliminate artificial ingredients and always feature local and seasonal food. Instead of buying avocados, berries from some other foreign countries, try to use guas, mangoes that is in our local area. Then focus on good for you ingredients. Next is the how science and technology to improve agricultural productivity. So smart farming is the application of modern information and communication technology into agriculture, like using drones for watering the plants. Next is Genome India project. Ah, this is Genome. It is understanding the genetic. One second. Next is understanding of the genetic basis of the susceptibility of plants to and pest and other hampering issues. We can study how the genes is playing, how it is getting tolerance towards the pest. So by studying the genes, we can know how we can create more productivity. Next is soil management. Soil is a very important. We know that almost two-thirds of our planet Earth is filled with water, and only the rest one-third is soil. And among this one-third, only a few, not all lands are fertile. The fertile land is very less. And now on the high population rate, again the fertile soil percentage is decreasing. So we need to reduce the high consumption in fertilizer. And also, when we use plants will capture the carbon dioxide, and it will give us oxygen to us, so it will weather the silicate materials. Then we can use microbes and nitrogen fixing bacteria which will enhance the soil fertility. We know a spoonful of salt, a spoonful, just a spoonful of soil contains a lot of microorganisms that is not visible to our naked eye. So next is so by using this we can enhance the plant growth and reduction of leaching loss and improvement of crop yields, so that we can avoid the current capital and energy method by this method. So this is a picture of the K azoto powder, which is a nitrogen fixing bacteria from azotobacteria. Next is irrigation technology such as using hydro pumps from the Barsha pump so that water is available. Next, automation prism machine vision. So that it is a machine which can be used in the large scale manufacturing in the industries and other food processing plants, so that products can be checked quickly and manufacturers can monitor which is the defective one out of that mass food items, and they can address the quality issues. We have to take this in concern that approximately 48 million people become sick from foodborne illness each year. So that we have heard the news of food poisoning and food inspection that is coming. We have know that ammonia is in such a chemical is used for preserving the fish in the fish market, and such chemicals are used in the fruits and vegetables, so that we have to tackle this problem. So this is a manufacturing food processing plant where thousands of foods is produced each day. So dodging downtime. So downtime, it is a time period when equipment or a manufacturing machine stops working. So in such a food processing, one machine does another work and another machine will do another work. So in that way, if one machine stops working, we have to control the food production, right? So for that, we have to avoid the manufacturing equipment downtime time, regular safety training to reduce the dangerous user error has to be done, who works in the food process plant, food technology, and establish a regular inspection has to be done, whether it can be a food inspection in any area or the manufacturer itself has to get a thorough inspection. Then tracks the lifespan of equipment. We know that equipments need to be lifespan. We know that how many year of warranty is there for a particular, whether it can be a washing machine or it can be TV. We know how long it stays, right? So tackle the time and know when the time is need to be upgraded. So this is the automation machine that is used for tracking down. Thank you. I hope you have understood the topic, ensuring food safety and quality through technology.
Okay, I think we can. I think Kevin is back. So, shall we complete this section and then we go to Kevin back?
Yes, yes, sir. If any questions are there, then probably we can complete and then
Yeah.
we
Okay.
can
Okay.
invite Kevin back.
Oh, okay. So, Sandra, hello, Sandra, am I audible?
Sir, you're audible. Uh,
I think Sandra is not responding.
yeah. Sandra?
Sir, it was a network issue.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
Sandra.
Okay.
So now
Yeah.
it is audible, right, Sandra, now?
Yeah, now it's
Yeah.
audible.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Sandra, we had once the Green Revolution was there, which ensured food safety and food availability to the entire India. And but later, this Green Revolution was said to have created a lot of problems creating, I mean, polluting the water, avoiding, I mean, making the soil infertile, etc., etc. So, is it that these kind of technologies, after some time, create problems for us rather than making more safe?
So it depends on the technology that we use. We all know that there is pros and cons for everything. So, like in the green revolution, some, yeah, of course there is. I agree with you, sir, that the soil fertility has been
Thank you, ma'am. Probably Kevin can join back and can continue with your demonstration. Kevin, are you there? Kevin Jacob?
I think he's
He's there, but I don't know.
okay.
Maybe he's having
Okay.
network issue.
Kevin, the last.
Yeah, that is again fine. So maybe we can call the next person.
Okay, ma'am. So let's head out for the last talk of the TED Talk series. We have Susanna Isaac, who is pursuing her final year in BTech Information Technology at Rajagiri School of Engineering and Technology. She's also employed as a software engineer trainee in Cami.ai. She has been ranked 8th in All India UI UX competition conducted by IIT Nagpur and bagged 23rd position in a hackathon called Codventure held by Government College of Engineering Nagpur. She has technical volunteering experience for the LAC election 2021 and Rotary Club Foundation. She is an AI enthusiast and loves nature. She is also a singer, athlete, and baker. So she'll be sharing her interest in tiny ML and its ecological purposes with us today. Over to you, Suzanne.
Thank you for the introduction. So I'm going to present now.
Of course, you can. Please go on.
Thank you. I hope my screen is visible and I'm audible.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I'm Susanna Isaac. Good evening, everyone. So I'm going to talk about an interesting topic, which is one of the emerging topics actually in the coming 10 years. This is tiny ML and its ecological purposes. To introduce about tiny ML, it may sound like an unknown concept, but it is a derivative of machine learning and embedded systems. That is the two known topics. So if you can see in the figure, we can use an IoT device and embed some AI on cloud and use it as an application in your fingertips. The microcontroller that is used in the tiny ML consumes power in the order of milliwatts or microwatts. This shows that it has low power consumption. Microcontrollers in this tiny ML consumes very little power. This enables them to run without being charged for a very long time. This low power consumption enables the tiny ML devices to run unplugged on batteries for weeks, months, and maybe in some cases years, while running ML applications on edge. Another few advantages about TinyML is that it has low bandwidth, low latency, and privacy. Since the model is running on the edge, which is an interface for conducting or deploying AI on the IoT device, it does not store data in any servers. There are a wide range of applications in TinyML, some of which we know, like the Amazon Smart Store that is employed in America. Then personalized healthcare, checking your heart rate monitors or your oxy level meters. And it also helps to curb the spread of mosquito-borne diseases like dengue, malaria, Zika virus, etc. It works by detecting the mosquito breeding conditions and agitates the water to prevent mosquito breeding. Then we have the smart home, where we can control our own house by the touch of your fingertips. Then we have smart manufacturing. So in industrial application, machines are prone to fault. Using TinyML on low-powered devices, it is possible to monitor the machine and predict faults ahead of time, constantly. This predictive maintenance can lead to significant cost savings. Then it is used in precision agriculture, which will be talked further on the ecological aspects, and also autonomous driving, that is the Tesla or the NVIDIA force. Now, I'd like to talk about a research paper conducted by Microsoft team, which is which is TinyML used for a great purpose. It is called GesturePod. GesturePod is an interaction kit that is used to help visual impaired people. It is indicated to the visually impaired people, like statistics that was taken, that core smartphone tasks that is required for them can be more accessible by reading out time and location, reading notification, answering and declining phone calls, and callbacks to missed calls. In this paper, they have said that they use naive bias classifiers to recognize hand gestures. It is trained, the whole model is being trained using naive bias classifiers, and this IoT device is designed in such a way that they can be mapped to common navigation buttons typically found in Android devices. Specifically, if in the cane, the white cane can be used in certain gestures like double swipe gesture for the select action, right twist for next, left twist for previous, and double tap for back or exit. They use the Arduino MKR1000 development board and Bluetooth Low Energy module to connect between the white cane, the device, IoT device, and the Android phones. Next, I would like to talk about the main concept, the ecological advancements in TinyML. One of them, which we have done as a mini project, is Organo. It is an online organic farming concept that was partially implemented. So in the case of Organo, what we found as a problem statement is that with the increasing number of buildings and lesser number of plots in the urban areas, our aim is to provide people a place to continue with organic vegetables. Through this platform, we encourage people to give their rooftops, which are left barren and less productive, and provided for people who are willing to do cultivation. So if you can see the UI of the Organo app, we can buy products in our app, or we can sell as a seller. So if you want to use your rooftop as an agricultural to do cultivation, you can use this application, and we will provide IoT devices and TinyML for this purpose. And if you want to buy, it is easy to buy and cost effective. This the next screen shows that there is calendar which is automated, which shows that when when to water the plants, or the weather, the climate, and it gives all sort of information regarding the plot or the cultivation which you have been doing. Talk about the technical part of it. We use Arduino Uno as the microcontroller. We use a dataset, weather data in India. This dataset contained mean temperature in India from 1901 to 2017. Weather data collected from this weather data is collected from the government data portal. It contains month-wise mean weather all over India. There are 12 months, that is, but only 6 months is being shown. And we can, and with this data set, we use RNN LSTM layers for prediction for the weather conditions. RNN can recall vital things about the information they got, which empowers them to be extremely in forecasting, which can be used in forecasting, and that means that it can understand which is coming next. Long short-term memory, or LSTM networks, are an extension of RNN, which essentially broadens their memory. This method has given 96% accuracy. And the sensors above shows the water level sensor, which is the orange one, that shows that if there is water, when you water the plants, if there is more than enough water, it will sense it and notify in your application. Then there is soil moisture content to understand the soil moisture required for farming. The whole idea is being deployed by AWS for cloud services. There are other ecological applications which I really liked. So one of them is Mahout. Mahout is a Save the Elephants Foundation. They use TinyML device to save the endangered elephants focused on Botswana. Poachers are the biggest threat to African elephants. Also, elephant-human conflict is a result of habitat loss and fragmentation. Their motto is very simple. It is to secure the future for the endangered African elephants by a smart collar powered by Edge Impulse, Avnet IoT Connect, and Helium Network. If you see the architecture on the right, the collar shows the GPS accelerometer, which accelerometer finds out if the elephant is running, and it would alert in the Avnet dashboard. Poaching alert, which which is being understood if there is a gunshot heard, it will immediately understand the voice, and it will alert in the Avnet dashboard. Then there's geofencing alert and habitat monitoring to make sure the elephants stay in the national parks. So the Helium network is used to publish messages to MQTT channel when it receives uplink data from the caller. Helium is a distributed network of long-range wireless hotspots. The goal is to create a blockchain-powered network for Internet of Things device created what they call the People's Network. Now, what is MQTT? MQTT is a MQ telemetry transport is a lightweight open messaging protocol that provides resource-constrained network clients with a simple way to distribute telemetry information in low bandwidth environments. This helps in machine-to-machine communication. Then there is Node.js, which is used as a backend. It is used for IoT Connect SDK to interact with the Avnet IoT Connect dashboard. It listens for incoming messages from MQTT. The Avnet IoT Connect dashboard shows the visualization of the sensor data and alerts to help the park rangers to monitor the important data most effectively and get notified for any situations such as elephant moving out of the park that has been said before, habitat monitoring, or geofencing alert. There are many more applications that can be used using TinyML. So with that, I could say that there is beehive sensing, that is to ensure the safety of bees. Then there is plant disease detection, and so on and so forth. I hope this has inspired everyone to focus on TinyML and its ecological aspects, which helps create a better future for our generation and for the coming generation. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much,
So,
Susanna. That was very profuse.
okay, Susanna.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you were talking about basically TinyML, or it was again the machine learning technologies.
Yes.
So I say that the machine learning is going to make human intelligence irrelevant. How do you respond to that?
I would say that that is partially wrong, because even Elon Musk, the great developer of AI, he said that it helps people actually. Like a machine helps humans, AI also helps humans in a better way and to provide a brighter future for everyone.
Okay. So So how does this tiny ML is going to make a drastic change in machine learning applications or machine learning applications?
So machine learning helps in high powered. Some devices cannot process machine learning, such as like if you want to use a CPU length, it will take a high amount of RAM. In some cases, some projects, like I've worked on some projects, and it has taken so much memory and RAM that it makes your computer slow. But if you use TinyML, it is used on low power devices, and it could last for days, and you could use it for many use cases. Actually, that is the best part about TinyML.
You have in your presentation you have told about RNN.
Yes.
Can it go into the tiny ML devices that RNN?
So far, there is a possibility we can, because Arduino, or it is not. I don't know if it's possible if it is. We can use it Arduino, or uh, or another smaller device, because um, so far we only did a concept of the project. We haven't fully employed the project on the IoT device.
Okay. Okay. So that's from my side. So it's open to audience for any queries.
I think we can call Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Kevin, Kevin, are you
Hi,
there?
ma'am.
Yeah. Yes. Kevin, you can showcase your demonstration.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Just in a second. So can I make it sure that my screen is presenting?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It is.
Yeah. So this is an application which I have been talking about. It's currently in its development phase. Yeah. But just for the session, I hosted it. But now currently I'm running the development version of the application. So this is the first module I have been talking about. Officially, this is the first section. In this first section, the total cases active, recovered, and total deaths across India is being displayed as cards. And this is a sub module which I have been talking about in this in the first module, where you can get access to data regarding COVID cases from each of the states across India, and also different districts that comes under each of the states. Like if I want to know more about the COVID cases in Thiruvananthapuram, firstly I need to do first thing what I need to do here is I just want to click in this particular tab and search for Thiruvananthapuram, so that the cases corresponding to Thiruvananthapuram will be displayed in a table manner. So this is all about the first module which I have presented, and this is the second module. It's called the vaccination details module, and this is the first section of this module showing the total doses that are administered across India. Like the first dose, the second dose, and the total number of doses that are administered in India. And when it comes to each of the states, here also we can get to know more about the doses that are administered in each of the states in India, like Goa, Gujarat, Haryana, etc. Like if I wanted to know more about the number of vaccine doses that are administered in Kerala, I just go to check this particular data. So I'll be getting the information regarding the total doses administered in Kerala. And also download buttons are being provided in order to generate a CSV file containing the data regarding the vaccination count. And this is the hospital, COVID hospital details page, where I get access to the number of beds available in different states in Kerala, like the number of number of beds that are available in hospitals across Kerala or any other state in India. Like if I wanted to know more about the number of hospitals in Kerala, I just want to click in that particular link, and the table will be generated. If I wanted to know more about the number of beds available in Government Medical College Kottayam, I'll be I'll be getting access to this particular data by looking at the data that are showed corresponding to this particular hospital. and that's all about the COVID hospital details module. And this is the final module which I have talked about during the presentation, and it's one of the most important module. Here, what the user can what the user can do is that they can opt to subscribe for this particular feature. And if they opt for this particular feature, or if they subscribe to this particular feature, emails will be sent to their mailbox every single day at 9 p.m. And currently, I have been working to personalize the email sending functionality too. So that's all about the 4 modules in this application. And at once you use this application, you can log out from this application by clicking on this particular link. So you will be logged out of your application, and I'll be sharing the live hosted link of this application in the chat too. It's codetrack19.web.app. I'll be sharing it in the chat. So this is a link to the application, so you can check out this application. And since it's in its development phase, there are few issues in this particular module. That is the vaccine details module, because I haven't rectified the course in this particular module. So I have been working in this particular module for last few days. So I'll be hosting the finished version in next couple of days, like after rectifying the cross-origin resource sharing error I am facing in this particular module and the hosted application. So that's all about my product. That's all about the presentation and the product which I have made. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, that was indeed a very good application.
Thank you, sir.
So, yeah, Kevin, how do you manage to get this data?
Yeah, I will show you. I will show you in a second. Can I make sure that my screen is still visible?
Yeah, it's still visible.
Yeah, for this particular section, what I did was that I integrated an API in order to fetch the data corresponding to each particular states, and also the districts that comes under each particular state, and just an API integration. I will just show here. And the API which I have used is a verified one that I got from the Government of India's website.
Kevin, probably you can take the CRIT site and today's confirmed case you can verify with your cases.
Yeah,
That
we
is
can
also
verify.
that is also possible.
Yeah, that's also possible. Should I do it now?
Probably you just share from the link from where you collect the data. It's an authorized data.
Yeah, sure. In a second.
Okay.
Okay, this is the endpoint I have used. I will share in the chat. So this is the API which I have used in order to fetch the data regarding the national count and also the state-wise count. And yeah, that's all about how I got the data.
Okay, so is it that this link is being provided by the state government, the central government site about this detail?
Yeah, they are giving this link for developers to integrate into their applications in order to fetch the data and to render it.
Okay.
But then, sir, that is all crowdsourced data. Some missing links will be there, but more approximately, this can be taken for the analysis.
Yeah. Like when it comes to the first 2 modules, the data is reliable. But when it comes to this particular module, that is COVID hospital details, like we all know, that as the COVID cases are rising steeply, they themselves are finding it hard to maintain the data. So this one is not that much reliable, but I will be finding out a better API in order to integrate with this application to provide more reliable content.
The Kerala cases you can show. The CRIT site and your site, you can show. CRIT is a very well maintained site.
Yeah, I'll be splitting the screen into 2 so that we can compare the data. We can take a look here. like the total number of doses administered in Kerala is approximately 1 crore 40 lakhs. Let me check it here too. Yeah,
Yes, people vaccinated.
yeah, 1 crore 40 lakhs, near to that.
There will be a few difference when we
Yeah,
take the crowdsourced data, but for initial analysis and for setting up the software, I think this is good.
yeah, it is.
Okay.
Okay. Any more questions?
Okay. No, any questions for the audience side?
I think that's it.
Okay. So I think,
Yeah,
shall I conclude the session now?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So first of all, let me thank CSI Trivandrum and CSI Student Branch College of Engineering for giving me the session chair for this technical talk. As part of this national level tech talk by CSI Trivandrum, we had 4 energetic students here talking about various interesting topics. So first we had Kajal Libby, who's a second year student from IT student from CE Piriman, and she was talking about unfolding mysteries of internet. And the take she had talk was about being careful while using the internet and always have in mind that it is a virtual and not a real thing. So especially when you access for the emails, your social media sites, etc. And the second talk was from Kevin Jacob, a web developer, as and a second year student from engineering student from TV. And he has demonstrated an on-developed application which has had a 360-degree aspect of COVID-19. So that was a very useful product, I think. And the third talk was by Sandra Rajesh, who has been a first-year student from College of Engineering, Thalassery, talking about ensuring food safety and quality. So it was a topic which is very relevant. And what she was trying to talk about how the technology can be used to ensure the food safety and ensure that quality food is reaching people. And the last talk was by Susana Isaac from Rajagiri College of Engineering. And she has been talking about TinyML and the ecological purposes for which TinyML has been used. So again, she has introduced a lot of new technologies and ideas where the TinyML can be used for ecological purposes. So that indeed was very useful. So overall, I should say that all the presentations was very good, and they had put their maximum effort to present the best from talks. So I take this opportunity to congratulate all the four people, all the four students, Kajal, then Kevin, and Kevin, Sandra, and Susana, for the good presentation and the effort they have made to do these presentations. Thank you.
Amrita, we can formally conclude then.
Yes, ma'am. We have reached the end of this section. I would like to take this opportunity to place on record and heartily thanks to Dr. Otis Thomas Lisa for your valuable presence. I also thank all faculty coordinators behind this serious talk. I place a record of gratitude to all the wonderful speakers. It was really an amazing presentation done by all the four speakers. I extend my sincere gratitude to all those who joined the technical talk and cooperated with us throughout the section. Once again, thank you all.
Thank you,
So let's
Cesar.
find.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.